For you all that don't know, who's never been to prison, that's a great thing. You know what I mean? Hopefully you never go because it's nothing to brag about. It's nothing to be proud of. But let me explain to you all how prison really works. You have a prison yard. Let's just say you have a prison, I don't know, you have 800 people. Relatively small prison. You know what I mean? Well, the prisoners primarily run everything. You know, you have your staff, you have your certain amount of correction officers, but besides that, the inmates, they do the cooking, they do the serving, they do the laundry, they do the cleaning, they do the landscaping, they do the maintenance. So anytime something goes wrong with the prison, most of the time, sometimes they'll bring in an outside source, but if they can help it, the inmates will be the ones that do it. And you know why they do that? Because it's free labor. And if you're at a prison to where, let's just say, you have an outside detail, which means outside detail for you all that's never been to prison just basically means your custody level is low enough to where you can go outside and work in the community. So you may be on the side of highways, those big ass hills, you know what I'm saying? Um, Weed eating, picking up trash on the alongside of the highways. So it's all type of different things that they have inmates doing. Now, basically, what that does is somebody's making a lot of money because they're getting these contracts. So they may go with and say, hey, we're going to get a contract or whatever to do this job. You see what I'm saying? Now, this particular job, the average company may charge you, $30 an hour per man. Let's just say 20. I don't even want to say 30. Let's just say $20 an hour per man. Well, we'll come in and do it for, $14 an hour. So quite naturally, the company's like $14 an hour and it's 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, because it's going to save them a lot of money. Well, what the jail does is, or the prison, depends on which one you happen to be locked up in, they'll give an inmate, if you're lucky, you got a great job, man, they may give you $5 a day per inmate. Or they may give you $1.60 a day. It just depends. Then they pack you a sack lunch with bologna, a cookie, some nasty, pasta, something like that. And that's what you eat on the side of the road. You're doing all this work, man, that they would pay somebody $20, $30 an hour for. Well, you're doing all this work. So that's as far as like the outside detail. Now on the inside, like I said, you everything that I just mentioned, cooking, laundry, landscaping, maintenance, everything. Well, essentially, that means that the inmates run the yard. Because if everybody got together, which they should, and say, you know what, enough is enough. We're not doing this. We want higher pay. We want these commissary prices to go down, man. You should see them absurd commissary prices, man. It's blatantly price gouging, and I don't even understand how they get away with that. Because they're buying these things in bulk, man. Charging $5 for a deodorant. Not even the big stick of Paws. Not even the big stick of degree deodorant. They're charging like $5 for like the smaller ones. And phone calls is like $2. Then your phone call, and that's just if you call them local. If you call them long distance, man, I've seen phone calls cost $15, $16, man, for 15 minutes. Then the phones, the calls offered and drop. That's the waste of money. You can email your people back and forth on JPay. That's what it's called here. But if it's not JPay where you're at, essentially the same thing. You're emailing. 50 cents an email. The whole thing is to make money off of inmates. So when they come around there with that Papa John's pizza and they're charging $25, it's like, I know that I'm getting beat, but compared to what they're serving over here in this chow hall, man, I got to have it. If you got the money to do so. On visit, they have vending machines. That's cool. but the snacks are very high. Sometimes they may sell food out on visit. Everything is about $1 is making money off the inmates and the inmates' family. You know, the guards treat you like crap. They word is law. A guard can come, a CO can come and say that you did this. You haven't done anything, and it happens all the time. You haven't done anything. A CO can say you did this. Guess what? You getting written up for that, and it's probably gonna stick. Every once in a while, you know, it might not stick, but you know, in most cases, it's gonna stick. So if you want any of these things, the staff talking to you all crazy and you're trying to be cordial with them, because everybody has the attitude of, well, don't get locked up. Okay, well, we all do things. A lot of you jerks out there, you know what I mean? You all do things. You all maneuvering books. You know what I'm saying? You all doing things that you shouldn't do, but you don't look at what you're doing as crimes, cheating on your taxes, you know, these things like that. You all are doing things like that, man. Nobody's squeaky clean. But it's always when someone that's, you know, incarcerated or has been incarcerated, well, quit complaining. You shouldn't have got locked up. You should, man, life is full of you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have cheated on your wife. All you bozos that's going out here. Yeah, I know. I definitely know all you bozos that's going on business trips. Then you're going out of town and you're going on these sites trying to meet up with the same sex. Yeah. Yeah, because you're like 400 miles away, so your wife will never find out about it. Yeah. Yeah, I know about you weirdos. You know what I'm saying? But you are the very same people that come on here and critique a person or have something to say about, you know what I mean? Well, don't go to prison and do the right thing. And yeah, we all should do the right thing, but everybody makes mistakes. But nevertheless, I don't want to get, you know, go too far left with it. Getting back to this prison thing, if everybody said, you know what? I'm not going to work today. I ain't going. I ain't going to the child hall. Guess what? They got to feed you. They can't just say, well, the inmates didn't come to work today, so no, they got to feed you. If you say, I'm not going to laundry today, guess what? Now they got to bring in some people to do the laundry for you all. You have to have clean clothes. You know, when something breaks down in the jail, in the prison, or whatever, they have to bring in an outside source. Because now you're not getting that free labor from the inmate that you're paying $1.60 a day. Or if you have a privileged job, $5 a day. So one thing about jail and prison, it's a whole lot of bootlickers, man. A whole lot of bootlickers. And y'all seen the movie Life? You know what I'm saying? The bootlicking trustee, man, it's a whole lot of those in prison, man. Dudes that you can't get to work for $15 an hour out here on these streets, but they'll go in there and work for $5 a day, man. Yes, sir. No, sir. Mr. Johnson, Mr. Charlie. That's what we call him, Mr. Charlie, man. I'm sure you all can figure out who Mr. Charlie is. A whole lot of bootlickers, so it's hard to really get everybody on the same accord unless you in like one of those super max prisons where you got shot callers, and so, you know, everybody comes together and ain't no moving. You know what I'm saying? If don't nobody move, you not moving. But in these lower level security prisons, that's why they treat the inmates the way that they treat them, man. Because nobody really, if everybody would just band together, don't buy no commissary. They got to feed you. Don't buy no commissary for a few weeks. Hit them in their pockets. Because believe it or not, man, you know, they say that, oh, well, yeah, the commissary, you know, we give back to the inmates. We buy basketballs. We buy ping pong tables. We buy, man, y'all don't buy shit. Y'all might get a couple of them things to make it look good. Man, that money's going in somebody's pocket. And as much money as you all charge, you all can't stand to go a few weeks and ain't nobody buying it. Yeah, it's going to be hard on you, the inmates, because, you know, you like your zoom zooms and your wham whams and your chickens and your burgers and everything else that the commissary sells. But at the same time, if you want something to change, you have to be willing to sacrifice that. So don't go to work. Don't buy your zoom zooms and your wham whams. Stay off that phone because they make a killing on the phone. It's short term. It's temporary. You know what I'm saying? And I know some people may be like, well, it's easy for you to say because you're not in there. Yeah, but I was on it when I was in there. I was on it then. You know what I mean? They damn near got me for inciting a riot because I was on it. Nothing's gonna change. Ain't no sense of complaining about something if you're not gonna really be willing to do the things that's gonna make it change, man. You know what I'm saying? Now you locked up. I understand you're not, supposed to get the best treatment in the world. I understand, that you've broken a law, so there's consequences to pay. But at the same time, man, I guess you just have to be in there to see how a lot of things go in there. Whole lot of lying, whole lot of deceit, and a lot of it's by the staff, man. You have people get personal. They don't like certain inmates, try to get their parole taken if they've made parole. Because once you make parole, you're going to sit in there another 6 to 8 weeks before you go home. So a CO, let's just say he don't like you and he knows you made parole. Oh, man, he might plan anything on you. And once he does it, what can you do? Obviously, you're going to be like, no, I didn't do it. Nothing you can do. And in Kentucky, unless you have a certain crime, you don't even see the parole board. They just review your file. You see what I'm saying? So unless you have an upper echelon, serious crime, so say you made parole and then a CO just plants something on you, plants some cigarettes on you, something like that. Well, it goes back to the parole board. You don't even get to go back before the parole board and explain, I didn't do that. I don't know how they got there. It wasn't me. You don't get to do that. They're going to review your file without you there. And then they're going to say, you know what? We gave this guy parole and he gets caught with cigarettes. Here, man, give him another 12 months. Then you got to come back in 12 months, man. So it's a lot of things that you all don't really know about this prison system, man. It's a lot of things that guys shouldn't even be in prison for. You may get caught up with something minor, but then they have these sentence enhancements. So they threaten you with the sentence enhancements. So they'll say, okay, well, we know you're only facing maybe a year, but due to your priors, they can enhance your sentence all the way up to 20 years. But if you take this 5 years today, or this 3 years today, or this 6 years today, we'll dismiss and forget about the sentence enhancement. So as much as you don't want to do it, it's just like, man, I can't risk getting 20, 25 years, going to trial. Plus, they're going to bring up my past. So I have to go on and take this, this time that they're offering me. See, it's a whole lot of game that goes on within this prison system, within this criminal system that a lot of people don't know. So you can't just continuously just keep saying, oh, well, don't go to prison. Yeah, ultimately that's the goal. Don't get in trouble. Don't go to prison, man. But, man, it's way, way deeper than that. So hopefully it reaches somebody. You see what I'm saying? Don't allow them to keep treating you all the way that they treat you, because they need you. That clock don't stop. Regardless if you locked in the hole, regardless if you got commissary, regardless if you got visits, regardless if you got a phone, that clock does not stop. They need inmates more than inmates need them. And once they see you all serious, a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, okay, guys, they love to say, okay, guys, how can we get things back to normal? Okay, we need this, and this. You might not get everything, but you're gonna get you're gonna see a great difference. And that's how you do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't go burning the place down and rioting and all that thing, man. Because that's gonna get you extra time, and there's a better way to go about doing things. Put that pen on them. Put that pen on them, man. Write them grievances, man, and stay on them. Make sure they sent the grievances to the Department of Corrections. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, follow up. Put that pen on them, man. You got to be intelligent, man. You got to be intelligent, man. When you do these things, you'll see things start to change. They treat your people better, when they come to visit you. Your family don't even want to come visit because they're treated like criminals when they, they're just trying to visit their loved ones. Because you got these jerk COs that think that they have so much power because they got a little blue uniform on with a radio that they keep right here. You know what I'm saying? And they got their little flashlight, and they got their little handcuffs, and they got their little mace. So they got their black shiny boots. So they really act as though they're somebody. And they ain't shit. And I'm speaking on the ones as far as that are overbearing some bitches. I ain't talking about the people that's just there to get their check, get their money, and go home. Ain't trying to bother nobody. I'm not speaking of those COs. I'm talking about these motherfuckers that y'all know what I'm saying. The people that's been there, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, man. You think you so tough. You think won't nobody put hands on you. And then another thing about these COs, y'all act like a person ain't never gonna get out. I'll just leave that there. You know what I'm saying? You act like a person is never gonna get out. I see it all the time, man. I see it all the time. I know a dude, he ain't my partner. You know what I'm saying? He proclaimed we partners. We ain't partners because you was a CO. I know you. You know what I'm saying? You a friend of a friend. He was a jerk in jail. A jerk. I mean, he had his cool moments, but he was a jerk too. Well, they fired his black ass. Now they in the club. You know, you in the club, you finger pop, you doing your thing. Oh, guess what? There you go right there. No, it ain't like that no more. I don't even work there no more, man. It don't make no difference. What about how you acted when you did work there? See, you damn near get your whole noodle pushed backwards at night. Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with it, man. Do y'all. I ain't jumping in. You know what I mean? Hopefully this video was a little informative. If it was, like it. Subscribe. Share. Comment. Hit that notification bell. You know what I mean? It's definitely more to come. I'm about to start dropping more videos. Because I have people hitting me up in my inbox asking me, or my email rather, asking me why don't I drop more videos. So that's what I'm gonna give the people what they want. You see what I'm saying? So let's make a difference, man. Help me grow my channel. But more importantly, help me spread this message. Help me spread this word to these youth. Man, y'all don't want to go to prison, man. Stay out here with your baby's mamas. Your baby's mamas are not going to ride 30 years for you. I'm sorry. Stay out with your mama. Your mama's subject to pass away in 30 years. Your friends, they not going to be there after a couple months. You're going to be in jail messed around, man. No money, no commissary, no nothing, man. Stay out here, go to school. Get you a trade. Play your sports, whatever, job, whatever. Do something positive. Just don't go to prison, man. Don't. Real Kens TV. We out, man.